Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Islam or Mussalman. So Islam is a religion and Muslims are the ones that supposedly follow Islam. So there's a connection between Islam and Muslims, and or you can say Islam shapes Muslims to a character, and that character is what Iqbal is discussing in this nazm. So the title is Subah. Subah means dawn. ये सहर जो कभी फरदा है कभी है अमरोज़ और इमरोज़ नहीं मालूम कि होती है कहाँ से पैदा. So this dawn that appears at a certain time in the morning, and then it disappears after some time, comes back again in the morning, then disappears in the evening. So it kind of plays hide and seek with us human beings. Okay, so it appears that there is always the sun rises in the east from the same point, but then the fact is that these dawn moments or these rising points of sun, they are always different. Okay, sun, it appears from a different point every single day, and then sets at a different point. But the perception we human beings get is that there is always like same point, where this dawn appears, and then the sun sets. So it's kind of deceiving. It's an illusion. So Iqbal says that where exactly does this dawn come from? Like, where does it originate? So this is that I don't know about it. Okay, so it's kind of confusing. But one thing I know, and Iqbal is saying that वो सहर जिससे लरजता है शबिस्तान वजूद होती है बंदा-ए-मोमिन की अज़ां से पैदा. So there is another dawn. Okay, there is another dawn, and when that dawn appears, like it appears in the sky, it's darkness, and then it starts appearing. The Shabistan-e-Wujood trembles, seeing this dawn. Okay, so Shabistan-e-Wujood, you can say it's the living beings, all those who are living beings on this earth, and not just living beings. I mean, they are conscious beings as well. Okay, and they have attentive ears. Okay, they listen and they are well aware of their surroundings. I can give you an example. So for example, we have seen kids, or sometimes we do the same, that playing with the phone and then walking on the street and disconnected from whatever is, everything that's around, even crossing the zebra crossing and not knowing like what's going on around. Okay, just focusing on cell phone. So this person is living, but is not aware of the surroundings. But Shabistane-Wujood, I'll define that those are living beings, and those are conscious living beings, and they are very well aware of, they have their eyes opened, their ears are, attentive, listening to whatever is around. So when they listen to होती है बंदा-ए-मोमिन की अज़ान से पैदा. So when a person, and that person I will define in a minute, Banda-e-Momin. So when he stands up and he gives a morning prayer call or a prayer call, so this trembles the Shabistane-Wujood. Okay, Shabistane-Wujood starts trembling. So there are two words now. So Banda-e-Momin. So let's first understand who is a Momin person. So Momin is a believer, in simple words. So believer. So this person, he lives his life in a society, and then he has his mazhab, Islam, and then but this religion that he has, is associated to him. Basically, people associate this religion to him. Okay, or that's what he believes, in his mind he has that I'm Muslim. So he learns this religion from others. Okay, parents teach him that this and this, this is all religion, and then he grows, and then he hears from others. So as soon as he does something, someone will say, oh, this is That's not how we do in religion. Okay, that's not the true religion. We find plenty of people around us that who can constantly teach us that this is your religion. Okay, then we have a teacher, a mullah or imam or someone, so he teaches us that that's the religion. Then you go to a different person and he will think that no, that's not the religion, that is how the religion should be. So and then he grows up, and then then not just religion, everything else, okay, about his own character. So he uh, media tells him something, everybody has creates a picture for him that this is you, that's your nationality, that's your religion, that's your character. Okay, so he has this imagined character in his mind, and he lives according to his character. Okay, but then this character only uh, causes confusions in his mind. Okay, he remains confused most part of his life. And then one day, when so there are two options: either remain in that confused condition and just ignore it and just live on with your life, or he kind of takes it seriously that he wants to get rid of the confusion, and that's when he opens Quran. He reads book, Allah, book of Allah Ta'ala subhanahu wa ta'ala. So he may have recited it before, but then he reads it. He wants to read it. He recites it for the purpose of reading. So he reads this book, and then he keeps on reading, and then eventually he completes that book. But then there is a moment, that comes. So this Quran actually kind of gives a punch. It shatters his character, the image that he has built and that he has imagined for himself in his entire life. That image gets shattered in a single instant. Okay, and he hears it, very clearly. Like the glass shatters, and then you can hear that kind of shattering. He hears that. It's quite painful. It's a sad moment, but that's how it is. But then he realizes that there is a different the character that he was supposed to have. He was supposed to develop a different character, way different than what everybody taught him, and what he has learned in his life. So then he starts building his character based on the guidance, the true guidance. Okay, so this person then becomes Banda-e-Momin. Okay, so this person becomes Banda-e-Momin. Now when this person stands up and gives a prayer call. So we hear Muslim prayer calls everywhere, around 5 times a day. But so these prayer calls don't like do anything. Okay, people don't go to masjids. Even those who go to masjid, they just go there for because they think that it's a formality. They have to do that. It's a first thing, so they have to complete it. So no logic behind. So yeah, so it doesn't do anything on the character of Muslims. Okay, and then but when this person Banda-e-Momin, he stands up and he says this prayer call. Okay, when he gives the prayer call, this Shabistan-e-Wujood. Okay, he does the same thing to Shabistan-e-Wujood what Quran did to his character. That shattering.